Good evening, my name is Christopher Costas and this is my presentation. It was 12 o'clock on a Friday and our sergeant was herding us into a formation because our captain wanted to talk to us. Seeing how it was a Friday, we all thought we were going to get out early and we hustled over because of it. However, in this hustle, we neglected to see that we were one Marine short. And in fact, we would be one Marine short from then on out. That's because one of our Marines had committed suicide the night before. It's a story that we're all familiar with. A fellow human being is fed up with life, overcome with depression and solitude, and decides to end their journey. If you know somebody who suffered from suicide, my heart goes out to you, because the pain can feel almost unbearable. It can feel like we've almost lost our lives too. Nobody is safe from this pain, because nobody is safe from suicide. It's the unfortunate truth. Whenever my brother in arms took his life this past year, it sent a shockwave through our entire unit. Everybody was asking themselves, was there something I could have done? Was there some words I could have said? Was there some action I could have taken to protect him? However, this brainstorming happened way too late. He was gone, and there was nothing that I or any of my members could have done to save him. However, there's something that we can all do to help other people. When I was doing my research, I came across a group of people who were suffering like I was, a group of people who we're all familiar with, and a group of people who unfortunately lost their reason for living the same day that they lost their loved one. That vast group of people was parents, because unfortunately, teen suicide is increasing in the United States, and we don't have enough resources right now dedicated to solve this problem. It's my opinion that we should look to the military and the solutions they've implemented to stop suicides there, and use those solutions to implement in our schools to protect our children. And my goal today is to convince you of that. So let's start with our problem. The Population Reference Bureau states that death by suicide has become the second leading cause of death in teens since 2016. Before 2016, the second leading cause of death in teens was homicide. This means that it is now more likely for your child to be harmed by themselves than by another person. So if you want to protect your child, suicide prevention is your best bet. Unfortunately, the mother of Kai Thiagarajan was not so lucky. Christine Kai Thiagarajan describes the look on other parents' faces as they came to console her just hours after she first found out about her son's suicide. WBI reports, if this could happen to Kai, what assurances do we have in the lives of our children? That's a fair question. Everybody's afraid, but nobody wants to talk about it because nobody thinks it's going to be their child. However, it can be anybody. So we know our problem. What's our current solution? Well, you may say we have counselors and we have anti-bullying programs. That's fair. However, the Bureau of Labor Statistics informs us that school counselors help students develop academic and social skills and plan for after graduation. Career counselors and advisors help students and other clients develop skills, explore an occupation, or choose an educational program that will lead to a career. Nowhere in that job description is suicide prevention or mental health mentioned at all. So that leaves us with anti-bullying programs. But when it comes to anti-bullying programs, Lucy Lawrence at One World Education states, according to research, they don't have much of an impact at all. In fact, bullying and anti-bullying efforts have almost synonymous results because both have negative effects on people's futures. Of course the counselors want to help, and of course anti-bullying program is there to help. However, they're just not getting the job done. They need an additional help. Where can we find that additional help? I personally believe we should look to the military for inspiration, because the military has dealt with suicide on a mass scale for a long time. In fact, the American Psychological Association states that veterans are 1.5 times more likely to die by suicide than non-veteran adults. The military has acknowledged this, and they've come up with a solution. Chaplains. If you're unfamiliar with the term, I don't blame you. So let me give you a description. In the handbook, Preventing Suicide, a handbook for pastors, chaplains, and pastoral counselors, the mission and purpose of the chaplain is outlined as: chaplains and pastoral counselors minister at the intersection of theology and moral practice. They provide guidance in how to live lives worth living. They teach how to manage suffering. They monitor and intervene when suicidal people come to them for help. They guide faith communities in how to support suicide survivors. Their job was once giving last rites on the battlefield, and now is protecting soldiers from themselves. And I think that our school systems can learn a lot from them. And I think if we implement those solutions into our schools, that would be the best way we can protect our students and our kids. I leave you with the words of Christine Vaigarajan. We provide everything for our children, but we depend on them too. It's not a one-way relationship. So I ask you, please provide for your child, because they need you. And this may be our best shot. Thank you.